today. From Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4.
Fielded in the end zone, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll start with the option. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run it from the gun with Yeldon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Allen's throw is complete, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
And there's a catch there by Stephon Diggs, and he is dangerous whether you throw the ball to him short or you target him downfield for the big plays. Averaged nearly 18 yards per catch. That ranked 4th in the league last season. He is elusive and tough to get down on the ground when he's in the open field.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 10 catches, 86 yards.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
10 yards on the pickup.
I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Their confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they look at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. They run here with Singletary, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
Now the first carry for Zach Moss.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Allen now on 3rd and goal. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
At their own 26-yard line.
Mariota and the Raiders now come up 1st and 10
at their own 26. First carry for Josh Jacobs. A first down and more for Jacobs. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
That's good.
I thought when Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama, he was an absolute perfect fit for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders. And it turned out, in this case, I was absolutely right. Led the NFL rookies in rushing a year ago. 1,150 yards. In fact, the only rookie to top the 1,000-yard barrier. And this kid is a workhorse who can carry the football in any situation and catch it out of the backfield.
They run with Jacobs on first down, and he'll take this forward for about 5.
He was brought down at the...
A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 13 carries, 66 yards.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
The throw right sideline here is complete, and he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 45-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. Now Mariota. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
Nice catch up by Tyrell Williams, who got off to a hot start. Heck, I call it a blazing start in 2019, scoring a touchdown each of his first 5 games. And he has history as a big-time receiver as well. 1,000 yards receiving for the Chargers back in 2016.
From the red zone now, Mariota. That's complete right around the 8. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
I know a lot of coaches like to break their season into quarters. And how about the first 4 games for this guy? 3 touchdowns scored, really making his mark in the red zone here in the first month of the season.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Allen with a throw caught by Beasley. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the
line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He hits Beasley right side. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Allen. Out of the backfield, it's T.J. Yeldon. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. A shotgun handoff now to Yeldon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the quarterback.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's going deep for Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. John Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills have retaken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense.
And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now They're just cutting him to shreds.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
23 yards the pickup there.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Sometimes the visuals don't exactly work out the way you expect. They wanted to let him use his size there and float one up to him, but he wasn't able to get any separation. The DB was right on him and forced the incompletion.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one, because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Third and long here for Mariota. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They run it with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in the 1st half. 10-7, our score.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
25-yard line.
Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this 1st half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one third down.
And 10 yards to go.
They'll run here with Singletary. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Mariota on 1st down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment, takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. They'll throw again. Mariota. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the 1st down at the 26. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. Mariota again. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
intended for Tyrell Williams.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So we have reached halftime. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight.
Bills 10.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Now this will make it into the end zone.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here are the Raiders now to take over. They were losers to New England a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead here as they start 1st and 10. On the ground. Jacobs will get the third quarter started. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mariota, and he fires one incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They run the option on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mariota to throw it. That's caught by Waller out left side. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Mariota, a short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 14. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And the lead is up to 14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run.
Daniel Carlson.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
One of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the ball... line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. He'll find Miller. That's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Mariota. And that will be incomplete. It was Teron Johnson that time who had that play covered from the start.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo set to get the football back here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
22-yard line.
From the 22, Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 5.
It's 3rd down. And 5 yards to go.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. He's going deep for Brown. And he can't quite pick him. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action now, Mariota. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Mariota now. Escaping the pressure right.
And he's got the hook up to Ruggs.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
A run with Jacobs there on 1st down, but he'll manage only a yard or 2 at best. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mariota. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 16. 16 yards to the 16 and a 1st down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here's Jacobs. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw, Mariota. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Mariota. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff position? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Daniel Carlson, the kickoff for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Over the middle here to Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
7 yards, the pick up there. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing right, and that's complete. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Allen's throw is complete, and he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Allen to throw once more. Quick slant to Brown. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Max Crosby picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Allen now throwing on 3rd and long. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone and unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be incomplete. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half. It gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
2nd and 5.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Here's 2nd and 9. Mariota here to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. To throw is Mariota, eluding the pressure right. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy, and they needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now Mariota. A quick throw, but incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Flushed out right. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marcus Mariota. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Now the Bills' offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play.
He's got a man, complete. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time is run out now on this game. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just